Thank you for clicking once again, my beautiful movie peeps. Let's get into the movie news. We're going to be looking at the first teaser trailer for Toy Story 5 that Disney randomly released online. We're looking at some of these leaks for the Super Mario Galaxy movie where we're actually getting the trailer tomorrow. And James Gunn just deciding to greenlight anything and everything for the DCU. Really, we're going to be looking at those stories and just those stories. Not much else popping off, but it's definitely stuff I want to discuss and get juicy with you guys. So sound off down below with your opinions. Make sure you're hitting that like and subscribe button. But let's start off with the first thing. I usually like to start off with trailers, but I think the Toy Story 5 teaser is the biggest thing, so I'm going to save that for last. And I'm going to go into this Super Mario leak since we got a trailer for that coming tomorrow. Over the weekend, people went on this website that actually revealed leaked box art for a Pillsbury cookie connected to the Mario Galaxy movie. We've known there's been some fake leaks as well as leaks that were real that people thought they were fake, a la the Old Spice leaks. So there was a little hesitancy looking at this, but since it's on company website connected to Pillsbury, people are taking it as real. And yeah, I think it's even the thing that pushed Nintendo to release a trailer this week. Because once this leak started going around, then Nintendo quickly announced, hey, we're going to have a Nintendo Direct November 12th, this Wednesday, tomorrow, showing off some toads in the Mushroom Kingdom with Luma stars crashing down. You can even zoom in and see one little toad has Mario pajamas and a little toy. But the real big thing we want to look at is this box art for the movie. If you really zoom in on him, you can see some of the details and scaly skin they gave him. He's really got big, bright blue eyes. So it's going to be cool to see Yoshi integrated in there. Now, with this first look at Yoshi, it did get a lot of people wondering, is Yoshi actually going to be able to speak in the movie? Will he just be relegated to typical Yoshi sounds of "Mwah, mwah, mwah"? It's my best Yoshi impression. Or are they going to get someone like Tom Holland to get him to go, "Oi, I'm Tom Holland. Well, well." That's a UK Yoshi right there. Well, we're definitely going to find out tomorrow, along with voices for so many other characters, including the villain for the Mario Galaxy movie. Because on the back of this box, we get an even better look at some of the planets and worlds we're going to be traveling in this movie. Things like the Comet Observatory, where you start off in the game, along with planets like Drip Drop, Gateway, and Cosmic Cove. So nice to see those planets from the game actually being integrated into the movie, but it's this little symbol up here that is a reference to Bowser Jr., letting us know Bowser Jr. is going to be the main villain, just like in the Mario Galaxy game. Shouldn't be that big a surprise, but man, I cannot wait to see who they got to voice Bowser Jr. I am right there with the fans, kind of wanting it to be Kevin Hart, but it could literally be anybody. Same thing goes for Rosalina. We have no idea who's voicing her, but I bet we're finding out tomorrow. So I'm really liking all this. I am seeing some of the nitpicky fans still not loving the renders of Mario and what he looks like in the movies. People really pointing out he just looks a lot fatter, like if Mario had swallowed a bee and it stung him, I guess. But to me, it's fine, and it's a distinct style for the movies. Kind of would have been boring if it was an exact one-for-one from the games. So really excited for whatever happens in the trailer tomorrow, and you know that'll get its own separate video. Moving on here to some DC shows that actually got announced yesterday that have me scratching my head a little bit, if I'm being honest. We got revealed that there are 2 new projects that James Gunn is going to be producing in his DC universe, whether Elseworld or connected to the DCU. First one up is V for Vendetta is going to be getting a TV series, and let me just say, kind of pisses me off that about like 5 days ago was the day for V for Vendetta, was, you know, remember the 5th of November. And you thought it'd be best to announce this November 10th. A 5-day difference from the actual V for Vendetta day. Oh, Jimmy Gunn, if I don't pull those white hairs off your head. How do you mess that up, dude? So other than being pissed off about that, I'm just going, okay, that's nice and all, but I'm not really super excited for that. Nothing against the V for Vendetta brand or comics. I actually really do like the movie that was made, and it being propped up as an HBO show shows that there's going to be some quality and probably good storytelling attached to it, or else they wouldn't make it an HBO show. But it's not really something that moves the needle for me in terms of excitement. It just makes me go, well, I'm happy for the 10 V for Vendetta fans. I'm sure they're going crazy. But honestly, I'm even just a little bit more confused with the next announcement here, because we got something more connected to James Gunn's DC universe, because I'm assuming this V for Vendetta show is probably going to be Elseworld and in its own universe. While this next one, a live action Jimmy Olsen TV series for the DCU. They have it here that the series is billed as being akin to a true crime docuseries with Jimmy Olsen from Superman hosting. Season 1 reportedly will center around DC bad guy Gorilla Grodd, who often wrestles the Flash. And look, I liked Superman. I thought the movie was actually really great, and I'm excited for the next step in the Superman story. And I've been enjoying a lot of what's been coming out of the DCU, but man, if I haven't just been confused with some of the announcements and projects being made. Just things like the Clayface movie. They were trying really hard to get that Sergeant Rock film off the ground. Now we got this V for Vendetta show and a Jimmy Olsen spin-off show. I'm not trying to sound ungrateful or like a fan that's like, hey, do it this way or there's no way. But of all the library of DC characters you have and the opportunity for cool stories to tell, why are these the projects being chosen? I know Jimmy Olsen has like a long and respectable history in the comics where he's gone on his own weird and crazy adventures. I mean, people will point out that Darkseid was introduced in a Jimmy Olsen comic. Yeah, that's cool and funny and all, and exactly right up James Gunn alley for these niche, weird, fun characters. But like, kind of like what we're doing with the Lanterns, where I'm extremely excited for that because it's repairing the image of a character that I believe should be in the A-list of superhero conversations, a Green Lantern. Why can't we be doing that with the Flash? We need to start repairing some Flash. You said we were getting a Wonder Woman show based on Themyscira. That sounds awesome. Where's that been? Even an idea like Booster Gold just sounded so much more promising and exciting than V for Vendetta and Jimmy Olsen telling you about a crazy gorilla that got them psychic powers. Jimmy Gunn, you rage baiting me, Jimmy Gunn. That's what James Gunn is doing right now. But like, the funny thing about me complaining with all that is James Gunn has made certain to show a level of quality with each show. And so far I haven't like super disliked anything. The biggest thing was just my disappointment with the finale of Peacemaker Season 2, but I still really liked Peacemaker Season 2 as a whole. So this V for Vendetta show and Jimmy Olsen thing could be something I end up liking, but I do just kind of wish there were more exciting and bigger projects of some of the heavy hitters in the DC universe. But throwing it off to you guys, you see Jimmy Olsen and V for Vendetta getting a show. Who next? But all right, moving on here, Disney and Pixar released our first teaser trailer for Toy Story 5, giving us our first look and footage of the movie. And yeah, as far as teaser trailers go, this was a pretty cute one. It starts off with a package being delivered to Bonnie's house and all the toys being frightened and scared, only to reveal what's going to be the villain of the movie, LilyPad, which is supposed to be their version of an iPad/leapfrog device, because the movie is going to be exploring technology versus toy. Now, a couple of things that came to mind when watching this is I had completely forgotten that one of the post-credit scenes in Toy Story 4 was that Forky got a girlfriend named Knifey. Or actually, we don't even know her name. I'm just assuming her name is Knifey. But she's coming back here and she's going to be playing a part in the movie. I was honestly super shocked that in the teaser, they just showed off Woody and Buzz already reunited inside Bonnie's room. Like, the ending of Toy Story 4 was such a big deal of having those characters say goodbye to each other and go off on their own paths. I know, or at least I hope, there's a better explanation in the movie how these characters reunited or how they were able to get in contact with Woody, who's off in his adventures with Bo Peep, saving toys who need homes. But just kind of throwing it in there in the first teaser trailer, that just, I don't know, it really diminishes the ending of Toy Story 4. Makes it feel like it was all for nothing. It's just like, oh, they're back together already there. Let's continue on. And that is coming from somebody that actually doesn't hate Toy Story 4. I think that was honestly a pretty interesting and bold ending. And I don't think having another movie where they happen to reunite for this one mission takes away from that. But if it's something that isn't properly explored or explained, it will kind of taint that ending from the last movie for me. As far as Bonnie becoming an iPad kid, I've talked about this before. I think this is a perfect story and idea for this movie, but I am just afraid that the story will be approached in such a cliche way. Because I feel like it's almost unrealistic to be like, oh, kids will just never touch technology and we'll always be with toys and happy forever. And that's where I think the movie can really shine and doing something interesting. So we'll have to see how that plays out. If anything, this teaser trailer, although it was cute, I thought the poster of the movie was so badass. Just the toys looking in on their reflection on this lily pad device and the device itself looking angry at them. I think it paints the perfect picture for what the movie is going for. So I really like the poster of the movie. Throw it off to you guys. What did you think of the teaser trailer for Toy Story 5? But anyways, guys, that is all movie news we're currently going on right now. I want to thank you so much for taking time out of my day to watch me talk some movie news. Don't be forgetting to hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. Follow me on Twitter at 3C Films or on TikTok at 3C Films. But as always, I'm Chris. Take care.